All I know is flex. Talk your girl about your neck. I'll talk your ass about a check. Big boy finesse. All I know is run it up. Nigga, sure my words in pockets stuff. I'm smoking up. Got me stuck. Big boy finesse. I'm about to show you what it's all about. Stay getting rings, stay all out. Cause we saving money in helicopter. Except that she still so sad. You looking mad, sit there and pout. Finna hit the bank and cash out. Been trapping hard since a Cub Scout. Do you even know what I'm talking about? Do you even know what y'all rapping about? Or just talking about what you seen at your fucking homie house? Ha! Stop frontin'. Please stop frontin' for the stop talking. Big shit ain't on nothing. Say you protect, but we know that's sus. Say you a shooter but never got the buzzin'. Not for the track, so why you always running? Say you got drugs, but you ain't getting money. Ain't but the money, no time for discussion. Woo! I gotta talk. There's money you made, so I'm out here hustling. By the way, there's money to be made, so I'm out here hustling. There's money to be made, give a fuck about you, I just wanna get paid. Me and the crew, always underestimated, never underpaid. Boys switch home for a get persuaded. Don't play no games, bitch, I ain't an arcade. These pussy rappers are not what they portray. Boy, I can tell you all some lengths. See right through them lies you tellin'. Lied to the judge where I used to be felon. Even in school, them drugs I was selling. Thank God I didn't end up in prison. Cause if I seen it on lick, you know I was hitting it. Please stop next time you think I ain't with it. Always down for the fam, but you know I'm committed.
Big boy finesse. Big boy finesse.
Big boy finesse. Big boy finesse. Big boy finesse. All I know.
We live. All right, what's up, Total Riders? Welcome to the weekly edition here of Turtleboy Live. So we're on YouTube, right? So all your friends can't see this, right? And so it doesn't show up in the news feed. So we need your help, right, to get the word out. What I'm going to be doing right now is going on clearance here and being like, we live, all right? Because a lot of people haven't gotten the message yet. We're on YouTube now. All right, because everyone's such a freaking sheep in this country. All right, they're just brainwashed to believe that if it's not on Facebook, it simply doesn't exist, and that's just simply not true. So, there we go. I'm sharing it on clearance. You should definitely do the same. I promise you. Let people know. Come find us. It's going to be a good show. All right, so, with us tonight, it's just me and my official co-host here, Brett the Killer. And how you doing, Brett?
Good. Can't wait to get into all these fucking train wrecks that you lined up tonight.
No, it's good. It's a good list. So, just a reminder that this episode is brought to you by the good folks over at Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. They have been doing quality craftsmanship since the beginning of time, right? If you have, like, I'm sitting in the garage right now, as you guys can see, and it's not one of those, like, old school garages where you have to get out and open the door with your hands like a moron, all right? I'm living life to the fullest because I got a little button I can press right here. It just, boom, opens the garage up. Life is good, all right? So if you have one of those old garages, you want to convert it to a modern-day garage and not live like Fred Flintstone, call our friends at Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. You can find them online at gdplus.com. I promise you, they will come over that day and give you a fair quote. You're going to like the price. You're probably going to pay them right there, and everyone's going to leave happy. All right? Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. All right, so how we like to start every episode, guys, is people are asking, why is Uncle wearing his seatbelt in a parked car in his garage? Because we're about to go for a ride, people. You got to buckle up. So, how we like to start every episode is a little roll call. Safety first, exactly. Is let us know where you repping, right? Where are you watching Turtleboy Live from this evening? We'd like to know. The king of Coleraine is in the house. Yeah, Coleraine, always the first. Angelo on the road, hogging all 4 lanes of the highway, no headlight. Hubbardston, Salem, Gardner, Nashua, Enfield, Jacksonville, Vermont, Abington, Danielson, Connecticut. We haven't had one of those in a while. Fall River, Charlton, Martha's Vineyard. What town in
Virginia.
Martha's Vineyard? Which one? There's a bunch of towns. East Somerville, Coventry, Taunton, Worcester, Oxford, Greenville, Rhode Island. I don't know where Greenville is, Brett. You know where that is, Brett?
What? No, fuck Rhode Island.
Yeah. Dighton's in the house. We got a growing audience in Rhode Island, believe it or not. Plymouth Notch, Vermont. Excellent. Rockland is, Silent Cal is dead, right? Rockland is in the house. Winchester, Virginia. That's a new one. Winchester, what the hell are you doing in Winchester, Virginia? You running for governor? Lunenburg, Lincoln, Nebraska. Holy shit, that's a new one. Framinham's in the house. Southbridge is in the house. Alpine, Texas. That sounds interesting. Where else are we at here? Southbridge. Another Southbridge is in the house. Kansas City. There she is. Belfast, Maine. She's a regular too. Or he or whatever. Somerset is in the house. Agawam's in the house. The Turtleboy Graveyard's in the house. Dighton-Rehoboth School District. Excellent. We're having some Dighton people here. West Tatnick's in the house. Burlington. Pembroke. Coming from BT Smokehouse in Sturbridge. Excellent. Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. Oh, I stay in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre a lot. We go to Pittsburgh a lot. We kind of cut the trip in half. We usually stay in the lovely town of Pittstown, Crazy K. Toughtown is in the house. I don't know what Toughtown is. Norton, Webster. Another BTs. Oh, no. Dedham's in the house. West Tisbury. That's the good one, yeah. Let's see. Marshfield. Manchester. Another Southbridge. Too many Southbridges in here. Enfield. All right, so we're ready to go. Amherst, Mass, a.k.a. Happy Valley. All right. Dorchester. Woonsocket. They keep on coming in. That's excellent. So, you guys ready to get this party started, Brett?
Let's do it.
All right. So, first up on the docket. Where'd it go? All right. All right. First up on the docket is our good friend, Dante Comparetto. Now, I'm going to have to sign out of this account and go into one, because Dante has me blocked on Clarence. So, we're going to have to switch it up. Silly Dante. You can't block the turtle, obviously. Here's a good one. We'll go on that one. All right. So, Dante Comparetto, for those of you unfamiliar or newer turtle writers, if you read the book or you've been around a while, you know that the blog was built off of, and Brett knows this better than anyone. The blog, who would you say the blog is who are the original villains of Turtleboy?
First one, the ones that stick out the most to me is still the Busgate Trash Barons.
Yeah, they were one time though. The Busgate people.
The enemy was the Kelly Queer fucking Five and all that shit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean the Busgate people were good for page views. A lot of people found the blog because of that Bus blog, but we wrote about them once. There was no follow-ups. It was just like, here's a bunch of ratchets acting ratchet. People dug it, but we really made our bread and butter in this blog on investigating shitheads, right? Local shitheads in the community that weren't, they were masquerading as, regular law-abiding people. And they do obey the law for the most part, but they're just douchebags. They protest everything. They say the police is racist, blah, blah, blah. All right? And one of the groups they hated us for, right, was going after this group called Mosaic Cultural Complex. Mosaic Cultural Complex was a nonprofit that was where the protests against the police all seemed to be centered. And we were like, something's up with this place. So we investigated them. We found out that they've been taking in hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxpayer money, right? And we were like, are they doing any work? They're supposed to be doing blood work for men of color, they said. And we investigated. We got all the timesheets out. None of these people were actually fucking working the hours they said they did. And then they all got caught. Right? And before we get into reading this post, Dante Comparetto, the guy we're going to be talking about now, he's on the Worcester School Committee, claims he ran for school committee because he said, I know for a fact, he goes, when Mosaic is attacked by Turtleboy, we need to defend them. Whatever people are reporting about Mosaic, I know for a fact they have done good work. So here is Mosaic CEO Brenda Jenkins' son, Robert Bushamik Alston. His nickname is Bushamik.
Big Boo.
Yeah, who is a career criminal, drug charges, gun charges, and you name it, who just needed money to pay off like $50,000 in child support he owed. And so he doesn't show up to work ever, right? And this is what he writes on Facebook. You can't make this shit up, right? To all my street niggas, we've been wasting our time and our lives in these streets. This systemic racism done got us again. They got us banging for turf and killing each other over blocks and drugs and graveyard beef and who got what and how much she got. What the real hustle is in community-based organization nonprofit. All you gotta do is play on white guilt, speak the linguistics about the culture, apply for the grants, find a couple of dumb niggas that trying to change their lives, play on the need for that change, give them a little perks. That change is coming, and nigga, you're sitting on a conglomerate, an empire, an untapped source of power, an unlimited source of income, but it comes in phase and stages. My eyes are open. I want it. That's amazing. I mean, Brett, this is still my favorite thing we've ever uncovered.
It really is. It's to have the balls to just put that out publicly on Facebook is fucking insanity to me.
Yeah.
And why isn't anyone flipping out about it? Even back then, when this first came out, people were like, "Oh, it's one guy." But then you read the comment section, it's 80 of them going, "Word."
Yeah, exactly.
Me too, my N-word.
Yeah. But like, this is like a fucking, this was like a blueprint in fraud, a full-fledged confession that like, yo, we could be gangbanging and shit, or we could be ripping off them taxpayers by playing off that white guilt. Like, he learned that from his fucking mother. You know, his mother sat him down and it's like, son, you don't need to be going to jail. You can just run a fucking nonprofit, kid, and we could be making mad bank. And so that obviously...
Get in on this with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Guaranteed. That's how it went. Yo, this is what we're going to do. I'll be the boss. I'll sign your timesheets. You, your boys, whoever, get us as many as we can. We'll sit around playing spades, drinking hennies, rolling blunts, and lowering blood pressures. Go suck a dick.
Yeah. So Dante is part of this whole like Turtleboy is racist, sexist, class. You know, this is what they always say when they don't have any legitimate criticisms for you. They just make shit up. We're sexist. How the fuck are we sexist? I employ so many females, right? I'm anti-Worcester. I grew up in Worcester my whole life. Just because I was for Worcester, right? I just don't like corruption, and I wanted to clean up Worcester, and you were the fucking mess I was cleaning up. You know, racist. Name one racist thing we ever posted, I'll take it down. I'm not even going to humor that nonsense.
No one do that. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't even...
That's the same answer you give them every time. It's
exactly.
Like, show me the racist spot.
And they can never do it.
Not calling someone funny names, anything like that. Yep. A legitimate racist flaw.
You know what they say?
And I'll fucking blow you. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you know what they say? They're like, oh, well, you used the word hood booger. So you live in the fucking hood.
Worse than that, motherfucker.
Yeah.
If that gets you mad, you might want to turn off the shit now.
Yeah, it's like, would you rather be called Jizz Muppet? Because we can call you Jizz Muppet if you want. I thought hood booger was being friendly. So anyway, this guy also wrote himself a racist note that he claimed was from Turtleboy. Basically, his entire school committee run and his rise to power, relative power, would not have been possible without Turtleboy, right? These people need us in their life. I mean, look at this hate note. He's white. You N-word loving junkie. You are about to lose big time. Okay, Dante. Okay. I'm so mad. He wrote
Print it out. You know, not even written, not in the cool where they cut the words out of newspapers and magazines. Not even like that.
Not like that, yeah.
Print it out. Legal space. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we should definitely. So anyway, let's so anyway, the guy, like, you know, he's a complete douchebag, you know, supports student walkouts over bullshit. And here's my thing with him. He's like his life is like, he's like the bad kid reformed, you know? He was a career criminal growing up. He's a fucking junkie, right? He has a daughter that lives, I think, in Holden, right? I see her at the community pool, and Dante ain't around because Dante don't have custody of her, right? This guy literally just abandoned his fucking kids to go fucking get high all the time, right? He's garbage. And now all of a sudden, he's quote-unquote clean and progressive, right? And so now he's been embraced by the Democratic Party, and they're like, yeah, this is what this is the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortezification of America, right? That people like him are like rising to power in politics, right? And, you know, he had the campaign in his freaking bike. That's all you need to know. So anyway, he's on the school committee now. And the school committee sets policy for the entire city of Worcester, you know, for public schools. And we've had sex ed, right? And I'm not against sex ed. Remember, sex ed was big in the 90s. That's when it was first controversial. because what were you taught? Did you have sex ed growing up, Brett, in Worcester?
I'm old as fuck.
Yeah, so the 80s, they didn't have that shit, right?
I don't remember none of that.
They're just like, you're going to hell.
I remember and like you said, in the 90s, when our oldest daughter came home and like giggling and only wanted to talk to mom.
Yep.
But even then, she was 15, 16 years old, not 12.
Yeah.
And not being told shit like this psychopath is fucking telling kids.
Yep. Yep. And that's what we're going to get to right now is that, we were taught pretty simple, right? Put a fucking rubber on it. That's it. That's all you need to know for sex ed, right? If you fuck a lot of loose women, right, then you're going to get AIDS. We watched the whole movie on AIDS, and we watched the movie on a girl that got pregnant in middle school. Her name was Spike. I think it was Degrassi High. And, we all watch those movies. Like, yeah, don't get drunk, right? Don't fuck raw dog. And you'll get AIDS and you'll get pregnant and shit, right? And that's all there is to it. What else is there to say? Like, kids are going to fuck. We all know that, right? Like, 15-year-olds are going to have sex. We can't stop it. It is what it is. We should encourage them, right? Or we should not even encourage is the wrong word. I don't want to encourage boning amongst kids. What I want to do is just tell them, look if you have sex raw, you're going to get pregnant. And AIDS. Those two things. You don't want to have AIDS or, be pregnant. Those aren't good because you're 15. That's it. Just scare them. That's all you got to do. Just fucking scare them. And guess what? None of this fucking works. Let's be honest. Right? I mean, do you agree, Brett? Do you think, what percentage of sex in this country between non-married people involves a condom?
Well, I'm hoping nowadays a lot of it.
Yeah, right.
Like but with kids, especially with kids, I'm sure you remember being a teenager, and the first time a broad let you get knuckle deep, condom was the last fucking thing on your mind, right?
Yeah, of course.
And there was something, I remember one of our sons was like, they put a condom on a banana at school, and it was the biggest fucking joke.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't make them run out, get condoms to try to bang the fat chick that lived down the street from us.
Yeah, I mean...
It's all...
Yeah. My thing with condoms, right? It's like... So we teach kids, obviously, condoms are a good thing. You should be wearing fucking rubbers, right? And then all that does, like, you have, you use it once, and then there's that time, right? Where you're like, I ain't got one. But... how about we play a little game called Just the Tip, right? And we all know how Just the Tip ends, right? It turns into a fucking thing. We all know that. It's like literally 100% of the time. I would estimate that, obviously married couples don't bother with rubbers, but like non-married couples that aren't trying to get pregnant, I would estimate probably, I would say 5% use condoms. That's it. I don't know anyone.
Really?
Yeah, man. Are you kidding me? I mean, I've never even met a woman that was like, you need to get a condom, ever. I've never even heard of that. Is that weird? Am I the only one in this world that's like that?
No. You got a point there. I've never had a broad when you're about to fucking get the stick in and say, oh, wait, you got a rubber, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, that happened never.
Never. I can't imagine it ever fucking happen. Like, I don't know anyone it happens to. I don't know anyone that uses condoms. I thought they were just for water balloons.
You never.
Yeah. I mean, nobody uses fucking condoms. So we all were taught to use condoms, right? And we all just fucking ignored it. So that's why I'm weary about sex ed in schools. Not that I'm against it for moral reasons. I just think it's ineffective. Like, it obviously doesn't fucking work. They're just going to fuck raw dog anyway. There's a great scene from The Office where Michael Scott gets up at freaking Jim and Pam's wedding, and he's like, yeah, you can't expect them to be safe every time. Quite frankly, it's just a different sensation. It is. And so, what are you going to do? It is what it is. So anyway, this curriculum, though, is the most insane fucking thing I've ever seen. Now, I got to be, disclosure here. My mother is involved in it. My mother used to be on the school committee, and she's like opposition to Dante on this one. But my mother's not. She doesn't really like the blog. I got to be perfectly honest with you, right? But and she doesn't agree with everything I say. She doesn't like the foul language, especially. That's what she says. But I agree with her on this one. So, but I'm not doing her bidding by writing this. This was in the news, and it's fucking absurd. That's why we wrote about it, right? And so this is activity B. This is so they're trying to push this Planned Parenthood, and Planned Parenthood is just trying to get paid out of all this, right? Their whole sell with this, right, was that well, we're using it in Lawrence. That's what they said. They actually said that. Well, they're using it in Lawrence. It's have you ever been to Lawrence before? You know who's pregnant in Lawrence? Everyone. Right? So stop. It's like
every fucking
it's obviously working fucking great. Of all the places you're gonna pick, Lawrence. It's fucking things are going great in Lawrence, right? We don't have any teen pregnancy or STDs in Lawrence. Jeez Louise. Next time you're gonna say, we taught it at the Foxy Lady. Give me a break. So anyway, so this is what the plan says, amongst other things. Activity B. What could be loosely described as a 2-person field trip exercise. Once you and your partner both agree to use condoms, do something positive and fun. Go to the clinic or store together. Get lots of different brands and colors. Plan a special day when you can experiment. Just talking about how you'll use all of those condoms can be a turn on. Remember, the proud and responsible thing to do is to always use latex condoms if you have sex. I mean, this is insane, right? So it's not enough to just tell kids use a rubber. Now they're like, ooh, you can have fun with rubbers. You can experiment. Have lots of different colors, right? Ooh, different brands. This is so exciting. And you guys can make a day of it together. And then if you talk about condoms, he's going to get a hard on. I got news for you, right? This kid's fucking 13. He doesn't have a problem with hard-ons. He's got a problem with hard-offs. We've all been there before. Yeah. It's like every guy in America knows what it was like to be in middle school and have to do the tuck. That's just science, right? And so it's like, what? This kid's 13, not fucking, 48. Give me a break. This isn't a Cialis commercial. He doesn't need to learn how to get aroused. So that's obviously absurd. They're also teaching kids about anal sex, right? For whatever reason. And that's another thing to teach them too. Part of this whole thing is the LGBTQIA thing. Here's my question. Why do heterosexual kids have to sit through a class on gay butt sex? Riddle me that, Brett. What is the point of that?
Well, if they take that part of the class and it's a free-thinking or maybe slightly more intelligent than average 12 to 15-year-old, then they can realize, well, I can ditch the condom, and if he's only going to bang her in the crack box, I ain't never heard of an asshole having babies. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so if you hit it in the ass, you don't need the condom.
But, right? If you're heterosexual, why do I need to learn about banging a guy in the ass? Why do I need to learn about the safety of that?
Nope, no answer.
And that's the thing. It's like, so this curriculum, one of their big arguments is this is not LGBTQIA friendly. It's like, well, why should it be? Why do I need to learn? Why does a straight male have to sit through a lesson on chicks scissoring and eating each other out? Why is that something that they need to learn?
It's not LGBT 1, 2, 3 friendly. From what I've seen and heard, ass fucking ain't really friendly. It's not a loving thing, is it? No, I mean, I'm only going by Oz, that show Oz.
Yeah.
It never looks like both parties are having a great fucking time.
It does not. That's true. It's true. No. Well, I guess it is. I know. We've all been there before. You're on RedTube or something. You're navigating, and then all of a sudden, under the suggested videos, there it is. Fucking two guys fucking, and you're like, oh, I can't even fucking look at that. You're like, oh, I can't. You'd tell you you're mad at yourself for even seeing it, right? But they like it. They enjoy it. So good for them. I'll never understand that. I'll never be anything.
My 12-year-old doesn't have to hear about it. That's cool.
That's the thing. And so these are the stories. Relationship Raymond, who at age 14 is considering sex with his 14-year-old girlfriend, right? And it misses the concept. So basically, It's teaching.
Cautious Carmelo.
Yeah. So why are they teaching 14-year-olds to fuck each other? That's kind of weird. Now, and then cautious Carmelo. I'll tell you one thing. There isn't a single Carmelo in the entire world who has ever used a condom. Okay, that's just a fact. If your parents named you Carmelo, you ain't never using a rubber. That's just fucking undeniable, right? Right? I mean, and that's just a stone cold fact. So there ain't nothing cautious about Carmelo. So cautious Carmelo, a 15-year-old child, emphasizing that any man who performs oral sex on a woman should use a dental dam or other latex barrier, such as, Brett, I don't even know what a dental dam is. The fuck's a dental dam?
No, this is where I draw the fucking line.
Yeah.
It's this weird fucking rubber-ish thing that you put over the fucking cunt and you lick the plastic. Like, you don't eat the pussy. It's basically putting a side door on the garage and you only poke that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't... That's madness to me, son. If you're gonna eat the bug, eat the fucking bug.
Yeah, that seems like cheating.
Get a couple knuckles in there, flip the clit, suck that bitch, all that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do that through a piece of fucking saran wrap?
No.
That's madness.
That is madness.
Madness, I say.
So, they're telling all these kids, it's just like, why are you teaching kids? And then this is like, think up a sexual fantasy using condoms. I'll tell you one thing. I've had a lot of sexual fantasies. Ain't none of them ever involved a condom, ever. All right? Act sexy and sensual while putting on a condom. First of all, you're a guy. You can't act... That's impossible. You can't put on, like, yo, look at this shit. This shit's mad sexy, son. Let me put on this fucking prophylactic wrapper. Hot. Right? This is my favorite. Hide a condom on your body and ask your partner to find... We're having fucking condom scavenger hunts now. Where the fuck are you going to hide it? Behind your ear? In your asshole?
Butt cheeks.
In your butt cheeks? Oh my fucking God. It's like where...
Got a slit in there like a credit card at the store. Just go clack, clack. Open up.
This is so fucking bizarre, right? And he calls, like, the Michigan model, like the more traditional model, rape culture nonsense, because that's another SJW buzzword is rape culture. And let's check out the video. At the city council and school committee meetings, the city councilors, they're kind of sitting 90-degree angles to the mayor. He sits in the middle. And you're supposed to address him. That's what the rules say. But Dante is like fucking Mr. Hold on. Dante is... Hold on. All right, so back there on the podcast. All right, so Dante is Mr. social justice warrior. So these people, they lack substance in everything they say, so all they have is theatrics. That's it. And their big thing is like protesting and being loud and like, I'm different. Watch me. I'm edgy. I don't follow the rules. This is what he does. Watch this. So Mayor Petty, who's a Democrat, but he's like, kind of a moron, not like an activist kind of guy. And he's about the rules. And this guy just does not want to listen to his rules.
No. You're not going to shut me up, Mr. Mayor. Sorry, you can speak, but the rules for school committee, you should talk to the chair, talk to the audience. You can talk. I'm not shutting you up. You can say what you want. All right, Mr. Chair. All right. So, look, we weren't debating making proud choices here tonight. How do you feel about the fact that
just told them not to look at them?
This organization?
How do you feel?
About the fact that we're talking about a hate group here.
A hate group.
A hate group that its main MO is to undermine LGBTQIA communities.
BLT 123. Like what?
This same organization ran ads that were disparaging LGBTQIA communities.
Oh my God, these people love to hear themselves out. How can you take yourself seriously with that many fucking acronyms? LGBTQIA, right? Oh, and everybody doesn't like you as a hate group, right? Unbelievable. And then you got douchebag Billy Shaner here, right? Good on Dante for calling out the hate group. This guy calls himself a reporter, by the way. And it's like, he's like, good on, I'm just cheering along, right? And then this idiot's running for school committee too. She got up and spoke. Kara Berg Powers. She's the one that accosted a turtle rider in the grocery store, right? For letting her kids wear an I Am Turtleboy shirt, right? Unbelievable. So this is Worcester. That's what they're still up to. Fuck them. Let me try calling Dante real quick. I'm going to try calling him because he obviously blocked me. Yeah.
I only think one person tonight will answer on the agenda list.
You don't think so? Maybe Grundlestiltskin.
I think one will. I think there's a chance one egomaniacal, cop-hating one will. I'm hoping.
I think he will too. Okay. Let's call him up.
These sick bastards talking about Red Wings in the comments. If you're a man and you didn't have your Red Wings, you ain't a man.
What's a
Tuck your flap.
Red Wings?
What?
The team?
What? Red Wings, yeah. Eating the fucking bloody bug.
I never heard that term.
Dude, I've come up from that before looking like a cannibal, Jack.
Oh, Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Blood all down my
good
face.
God. Where is this conversation going? This is terrible. Terrible.
It's the commenter's fault.
I'm going to puke. Okay.
You Red Wing eat.
Yeah, Dante's not
get
answering.
That clot in the teeth. You need a matchbook. Get that
Nah, let's go on to the next thing. So out in Dighton-Rehoboth, we got, and this one really kind of skirts my whatever. Because as you guys know, I used to teach and coach. I taught at 2 different schools, but I coached at 3. And I was the track coach at Doherty High School for 3 years, right? We had a pretty good run there. And then my last year there, right? I had this kid named Solomon Fenner, right? And real douchebag. He was a sophomore at the time, and he decided he ran the 2 mile for me, right? He ran at like 11:30, which is not good at all, right? But it wasn't the worst thing in the world. He was just nice, quiet kid, didn't do shit, but whatever. He was harmless. So I throw him in the 2 mile again at the Reggie Lewis Center in Boston, and they got to run 16 laps there. The kid missed an entire lap, right? Because I'm counting. And then he got a PR, a personal record, right? By 45 seconds, which just so happens to be about how long a lap takes, right? And then the first thing I said to him afterwards is, hey, Solomon, you missed a lap. And he got all mad at me. No, I didn't. I got a PR. It's like, yeah, I wish you did. That would have been nice, but you didn't. So you didn't do that. And so he runs home and he tells his mom and his dad, and then they complain. They tell him that he doesn't have to listen to me anymore because according to him, he tells me my mom is going to take your job at the end of the year because his mom was a gym teacher in the school, and according to the union contract, they have dibs on the job over me. And guess what? She was right. She fucking got the job simply because she taught in the building. And so then I went to Millbury High School where I taught. I was the indoor track coach for 1 season there. We won the league meet, actually. And I got driven out by another parent, right? Because this one parent is there and we have to run outside in indoor track, right? Or in winter track. And there's not that many places to run in Millbury that'll to have sidewalks and shit. And so this one guy of a 7th grader who sucked is like, I demand to know the running routes and I'm going to have to approve of them. I think he was on the board of selectmen or something. Hey, get out of here, dude. So anyway, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm not in charge here. Whatever. You tell me what roads to run on, we will. And then I guess the kids didn't listen to me one day. Kids run wherever the fuck they want to run. And then I got reamed out for it. And I end up losing. They don't hire me back. So then I'm at Shepherd Hill. At Shepherd Hill, it was just, I never lost my job there or anything, coaching track. But it was just one fucking drama-filled bullshit after another. And this is track, where literally every kid gets to participate in something, right? But there are decisions that need to be made, like who's in what relay, what event are you running at the district meet, all that shit, right? And you couldn't please these people, ever. And you had to deal with emails, and it was just, oh, God, it was terrible, right? Terrible. And so when I see this shit, this is the shit that really pisses me off because I take it personally, right? And we saw it last year, 2 years ago with Braintree basketball. The 3-time girls state championship basketball coach lost her job because of those insane parent emails. Remember those, Brett?
Yeah, well, I think it's less the emails and the complainers and more the spineless fucking administration that get into that fucking bullshit.
Exactly. And so, and then last year Andover hockey was even more absurd because they brought fucking DCF into it. DCF, right? Because they said that the coach, very successful coach at Andover, did not give the kids food all day as punishment. even though they produced receipts that showed them in fucking Panera Bread and shit, and the school paid for it and all this shit. And it turned out the superintendent had a son that played for the coach, and he wrote a 6-page letter to the coach reprimanding him for being a bad coach. I mean, it was just unbelievable. And guess what happened in both those situations? The coaches got their jobs back because of what we did. There's no doubt in my mind, both of those coaches do not get their jobs if we don't expose the shit out of these people. We find out who the parents were that did this, and we just exploit. We shame them. We put their pictures out there. Because I'm sick of this shit. Let this be a warning. And by the way, we do know who did this in Dighton, and there's going to be a follow-up blog coming out. But let this be a warning to parents out there, right? Right? This is the final warning, right? If you circumvent go around your coach, right, and go to an administrator and try to get that coach fired because you have a personal problem, right, with the coach, we're going to find out who you are, right? We're going to put your picture up there, your name. It's going to be the first thing that comes up on Google from now on. And sadly, your family will inadvertently be brought into this as well. And they don't want to be brought into this. But you fucking did that. So just understand it. Let that be a warning right now. If you try to get your coach fired, I'm going to take it personally, okay? I'm going to find out who you are. I'm going to fucking ruin your Google life for the rest of eternity. So there we are. Anyway, what was that?
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
People don't. That's the thing, that short-term thinking, man. I was like, I'm going to bitch about this, or I'm going to make up this slavery thing, or I'm going to do something publicly that makes us pay attention to you.
Yeah.
But then you cry and say you're getting bullied and harassed. Well, then don't do dumb shit to where we can fucking see it.
Yeah.
It's not us. We didn't do it. You did it. We're the result of you doing it.
Yeah. People are saying in the comments, they're telling, by the way, they're like, track's not a sport? Like, what are you talking about? Track is the sport.
Tell that to Usain Bolt.
Yeah, first of all, the greatest athletes in the world do track and field. That's just a fact, right? The people that are more can do shit. Like, if you can be really athletic and catch a ball, then you can play other sports, right? But the best athletes, it's undisputed, do track. Everybody knows that. People are like, what's fun about running?
Did you see that Bolt just did a...
Yeah, he
tried
the 40-meter dash.
40 or whatever,
yeah,
in street clothes after dinner and fucking tied the best FL time ever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's track.
Yeah.
Anyone that says that's fucking retarded.
Yeah, Alex says, she asked a genuine question. She goes, I played basketball until sophomore year. How is running fun? It's like a fucking thrill. It's a thrill, right? It's to stand next to someone, right? And to fucking just pick an event that you're running, the 600 meters, 400 meters, whatever, okay? And then you feel so much fucking pressure, right, to beat this fucking person. And if it's a longer race, there's more strategy involved, etc. But to just fucking outkick that person in the final 50 meters or whatever, it's like the greatest fucking feeling. It's like the best fucking thing. I love track and field. I fucking love it. It was my favorite sport growing up. It always will be, and you're never going to convince me otherwise. I love track. So anyway, so let's talk about this current coach. So Dighton-Rehoboth. It's obviously the two towns of Dighton-Rehoboth. They have this coach there, Bill Cuthbertson. 41-year veteran who has been coaching the baseball team for that long. Previously coached the girls basketball team, and then now coaches the boys team. He won the state championship in baseball in 2016, and he is now under investigation for alleged favoritism and verbal abuse. That's what they said at first. When you hear the word favoritism, Brett, what does that tell you?
It's just whining. I picture you're one of the voices that did that. Favoritism. Oh, my kid should be held on a pedestal like it is at home.
Yeah, exactly. And can we get enough with the why is your seatbelt on Turtleboy questions? Because we're fucking turtle riding, people. You got to be careful. You never know. So anyway, yeah, you got to be. It's a bumpy ride. Beep, beep, baby. Jump on board. So anyway, to me, favoritism, yeah, like you said, is simple, right? It's how when you make a tough decision which happens in sports all the time, no matter what, whoever loses that decision is going to be like, most people will take it and be like, you know what, I'll get him next time. I'll work hard or whatever. But other parents in these towns, it's always a town, isn't it? Right? It's never the city. They're always like, that's favoritism. You just like him more. Right? It's like, well, I do like him more, but that's besides the point. That's not why I chose this individual. So that's immediately when I hear about that, I know it has to do with it. And verbal abuse, a.k.a. the coach is yelling, right? So anyway, this guy, by the way, everybody says great things about him, right? So many people have come to this guy's defense that, like, he sent so many athletes to college. I mean, they won the state championship. What else is there to know? And when they see this, right, that this guy is under investigation, they find out that it was exactly what we thought it was for, right? It was for, being mean to kids, yelling, right? And the lack of playing time for one fucking whiny little cunt's parents, right? And whatever, if your parents do that, I mean, I'm sorry. If my parents did that, I would put the end to that. Like, if I was LeVar Ball's kids, I would have told that I would have disowned that motherfucker years ago. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking embarrassment. Like, LeVar Ball is telling, the fucking Lakers, you can't trade him to New Orleans. I hope the Lakers tell him, your opinion means absolutely fucking nothing, LeVar. Like, this is the LeVar ballification of America, all this shit. And, go ahead, Brett.
Isn't the point, like, all right, you have a coach in any sport, any of these fucking sports. Isn't that coach's objective? Yeah, I get all the bullshit, teach children and mentor and blah, blah, fucking blah. Isn't your job to win? As a coach, in any level of fucking competition, it's to win, right? So if
in high school,
fucking Johnny Flatfeet over here is 15 seconds slower than this other kid, and we're only up by however many fucking laps or yards or whatever the fuck it is, the time, don't you put in the kid that's better at what the fuck you're trying to win?
Bro, that's the thing.
I'm sorry if your kid sucks at this and he's fucking slow, but we're trying to win as a team.
Better is a subjective word.
Fucking fuckhead flatfoot fucking hands so he doesn't cry to his mother.
Yeah, the problem is that better is a subjective word. You know, that to these people, they see the world in, like, my kid is the greatest shit that's ever existed, right? And the coach is just in the way. And so I just got to remove the coach. Never mind that the coach has been there for 41 fucking years and has an impressive track record, right? And so, like, all this shit, it's like, of course he's going to yell. You have to yell at kids sometimes, right? That gets the most out of them. It builds character. I mean, stop it with this pussy shit. And of course, the AD did not want to fire him, but the ADs are just figureheads. It's the principals in these buildings. And the principal is in his second year there. He left Dartmouth High School under a cloud of similar circumstances. He actually fired the well-liked resource officer there because the resource officer did not want to let him prop the door open for obvious safety concerns. So he was fired there. And there's this douchebag right there, John Gould. And John Gould is basically, when a parent calls up, you can either tell them to go fuck themselves, or you can be like, you know what, we're going to do a full investigation, whatever that means, into this guy's meanness. And that's exactly what he did. It's absolute fucking bullshit. I know we have some Dighton people here. Kind of interesting to hear what the Dighton people have to say. I don't know if you guys are here because of this blog or if you're normal Turtle Riders, but yeah, Laura says we don't have these issues with sports stuff here. Interesting. Well, do you? I mean, I would imagine soccer, right?
They play soccer, fucking riot. So
there's got to be some. Different. Are you telling me there's no cricket beef in England? Come on, there's got to be cricket beef, right? Like, who's fucking bowling today? Who's gonna hit the wicket? Cricket games take like fucking 5 fucking days to play. I watched a couple cricket games. It's actually kind of like it more than baseball. Yeah, they have a lot of soccer hooligans, exactly. So, anyway, I'd like to hear what the Dighton people have to say. If not, we'll kind of move on to the next thing. Brett, did you play sports growing up?
No, I fucking did literally one section or semester or whatever of real high school. I was locked up my whole fucking
right, of course, right. How silly me.
Not shocking. know, but
Yeah.
no, I never
Well,
got into any of it.
Laura has a good response here. She goes, I'm talking about wanting to fire people. I think she's right. I think this is an American thing. This is a weakness of American culture, right?
At one point, we were the most ruthless, violent, don't fuck with us country on the planet. Now we're a bunch of hurt fucking feelings.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
And we had another guy, David Becker.
Bitches.
David Becker is our resident German turtle rider. He grew up in Germany. He used to teach me at Shepherd Hill. And David pointed out, was like, they don't have these problems in Germany because you can't have fucking schools controlled by local people. When you do that, you get fucking towny problems, right? Just be like, the schools should all be fucking run by the state. And I agree with that 1,000,000%. I don't play sports, but everyone loved Coach Mulcahy at Doherty, yeah. I mean, guys like that, I mean, just the way things are, man. I like old school coaches like that. They get the most out of you, right? So it is what it is. So, anyway, let's go on to the next topic. That would be Grundlestiltskin. Here we go. So, there's this guy. Yeah. There's this guy in Rhode Island. We call him Grundlestiltskin. And last summer, he became Turtleboy famous because he went around. What the hell was he doing? So let me find this one. He went around, I think, filming the police. That's usually what he does. Let me find it. Fat, angry. There it is.
Him in this little fucking video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got to watch these videos. Little Fupa computer.
I went and watched some of the other ones after one of his comments to whoever he was PMing is like, keep getting me my channel views, bitch.
Yeah.
I went and watched like 2 or 3 of them. I'm like, cut, this can't be real.
Yeah.
Like at first I thought it was a troll thing, but no,
he's dead serious. He's dead serious, right? So this guy, right? He goes around filming cops. That's his thing. And he first came on Turtleboy because he was in Central Falls, which is the worst town in New England. It's even worse than fucking Lawrence, if that's possible. And he goes to Central Falls and he harasses a bunch of cops on video. He makes his onto Turtleboy. I honestly forgot about him. And he reappears this week in a South Shore Turtle Girl blog because he now is filming cops in Johnstown, Rhode Island. They all know him all over Rhode Island. And he goes by Joa Orga on the Facebook machine. He is unemployed. He gets money from other cop block people who hit up his Patreon. Of course, he's got no fucking job. And he's a quote-unquote libertarian. And Brett, you know how I feel about libertarians.
We're going to start this?
Don't get me fucking started on libertarians. You're just fucking Republicans that want to smoke pot and have abortion. That's it. You guys you're not really fucking libertarian bullshit. And you think that the fucking government can't do anything to you, right? And fucking, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I fucking hate libertarians.
You know that the libertarians party animal, like Democrats and Republicans, it's the elephant and the donkey and all that?
Yeah, what's libertarian?
You know what the libertarian is?
What?
Shark. It's a shark.
Oh, it is a fucking shark. That's a perfect fucking response right there. Right? So, yeah, this motherfucker, and this is what he does to this cop. There's the Central Falls cop. We won't watch all these videos. This is the first video, right? This is him harassing some cop from Johnstown, Rhode Island.
You're sticking out in the road to let you know.
Oh, this little piece of shit.
Little Fupa computer action.
They do all day is pirate people, take their money.
Come on.
Tell me what you're doing right now? I don't tell you anything.
I don't tell you anything. Come on, Fupa computer.
Is that what you do all day? Is take people's money? Just want to work close enough so I actually do my job all day. Yeah, stealing people's money. I don't steal money. Put them in a boondoggle kangaroo court, take their money. That's not what they do. What'd you get this person guy? This guy over here. What'd you get him for?
So he goes on like this for like 10 minutes, right? He calls him a pig, all this other shit. And the cop just has to deal with it because he's got to be professional, right? the life of a cop. I couldn't be a cop specifically because of shit like this. Losers like this that going around filming them, trying to become cop block famous. Basically all of them, they had a fucking ex-girlfriend that got fucked by a cop, and they're all mad about it. That's always what it comes down to. So he's mad about, he's got like some cover on his license plate, right? So he goes to the police station, and he films all these cars, which he claims has covers on them. Like, classic whataboutism. Like, shut up, dude. Either you're breaking a lie or not. So then this motherfucker takes it one step further. He finds where the cop lives. He goes to the house. He takes a picture of his wife's car and goes, looks like your husband needs to write you a ticket, and posts it on her Facebook page. What do you think of that, Brett?
I think, I don't know the legalities and shit like that of it, but that's extra. Like, you know what I mean? Be a dick with your fucking cell phone, like all these other hipster fucking retards. But to go to someone's home, post the play, the doom, your wife, your hope is that something comes of it. You're not doing it just for the fuck of it. You hope something comes of that. So your intent, I think, should have legal repercussions. Like, does that make sense? Like, you're trying to rally the cockblock fucking idiots against a police officer's fucking wife. Not even the officer. Yep. Against his fucking wife.
Yep. I mean, that's what they do, right? I know the feeling, man.
Fucking little.
Sorry, I got a cough here. Right, and I agree 1,000%. I don't think it should be illegal, but it's just like, what a fucking dickhead. What a piece of shit. And the cops can't shame these people, so that's why we exist, to shame them, right? So anyway.
Let's call it.
Yeah, I'm going to call him in a moment. Let me try calling him right now, actually. Good call. Before we get to the next part there.
Ooh, this ginger fucking piece of shit.
This ginger?
Yeah, I don't, any turtle riders have red hair, oh well. I honestly believe y'all have no soul and all that. But this dude ate all the hot wings. Like, you look at him, this motherfucker ain't seen his dick in about 2-3 fucking years, guaranteed. Unless he stands on a fucking mirror, the fat fuck.
So let's watch what happens here.
Go, just real life is running around with police officers.
Damn, son. So this guy ends up going the next day. The next day this fucking happens. Or it might have been that day, I don't know. He writes this whole thing that he knows who Turtleboy is. And he makes a fucking video. Watch this video. It's insane. So there's a woman. And he thinks this is Bristol or South Shore Turtle Girl. I'm not sure who. He actually messaged Bristol. And it says, ashamed of your attire? Turtleboy Sports cover blown.
Turtleboy Sports sucks. Just let you know.
A piece of shit.
Yeah. So he's saying this woman is Turtleboy. And I had no idea why someone would do that. Until we find out. What is he doing there? He's like zooming in on her ass? What a fucking loser. What the? I didn't even watch this whole thing. This is insane.
Yeah, it focuses right in on her fucking poop pipe.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting video. How many? Got a lot of comments on this. Exposing a Turtleboy Sports face. Make her famous. Yeah. Did that lady do something? Yeah. So people are like, yeah, so anyway, what a winner this guy is. And so he gets into it with Bristol. They go into the whole thing here. Let me read this to you. Right. So it turns out that this woman just happened to be a turtle rider. She messaged us about it. She's like, that was fucking me. That was me. And I was wearing my hoodie out that day. First of all, there ain't that many of those hoodies in existence. The odds that this guy would run into someone wearing that fucking hoodie in Rhode Island, right? And what
on that day.
On that day. What are the fucking odds?
Oh, yeah, that's astronomical.
Yeah, so he decides that, that is him. Whatever. And so he fucking harasses this woman, and she like messages us about it, and she's like, dude, that was fucking Me. She goes like, this is what she writes. So as a turtle rider, I wake up and instantly go to read the latest blogs while enjoying my cup of coffee. And lo and behold, I see myself in a blog. That's like a worst neighbor, huh? I'm the chick who the fire crotch videotaped. I had been in an accident the night before and was just going to pick up my report. Immediately, this fucking lice-infested looking scumbag, that's how you can tell she's a turtle rider, starts saying how he was blogged about and asked to take my picture. I said I'd rather not. I got shit to do. Went in and grabbed my report and started to leave and see Raggedy Andy over here recording me. If I wasn't as ratchet as him in a police station, I would have had him a lengthy conversation with him in regards to how you don't end up on Turtleboy, blah, 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 blah. So, I believe he then gets into a thing. I said to my boyfriend this morning, I'm on Turtleboy, but not in a bad way. He just assumed I must have been you because I was showing my turtle pride. I mean, what are the fucking talk about bad fucking luck, huh? And
he should feel that he's fucking lucky that he didn't actually run into Bristol.
Yeah. Oh, Bristol.
Like,
yeah, she'll find it. Yeah.
And then you were stupid enough to keep running your cocksucker. She does this for fun. Like, you guys think I'm mean. I make up fucking swears and I call everyone a fucking faggot. That's pretty much all I fucking do. She loves this shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you just gave her something to do during her free time,
yep.
You brain dead fucking idiot.
Yep.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck, shit dick.
Yeah. They showed up, right? They literally showed up to whatchamacallit, to I lose my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. So anyway, I apologize. Bristol showed up to fight Scopa. Remember that?
Yeah. It fucking, and he didn't show.
He didn't show. So anyway, this guy goes, you know nothing about me. You work for Turtleboy Sports. I feel bad for you. You're the scum of the earth, right? And she goes back. She's just destroying him. She goes, blah, blah, blah. I know you're pussy, all this shit. You're pathetic. Go fuck yourself. You know nothing. Blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. That's a threat. You also attempted to hack my email. It really is a threat to my 4th and 5th Amendments. Oh, he obviously doesn't know what the 5th Amendment is. That's a felony. I'm pressing charges. So I'm anxiously waiting for that.
Wait.
Shoot.
Point out the fucking obvious here.
What's that?
You're threatening me. 4th, 5th Amendment. I'm pressing charges. So who you gonna call to press them charges, cocksucker?
Good point.
Who you gonna call?
Who are you gonna call?
You're gonna have to call the cop, right? You fucking hypocritical, fat, lumpy piece of shit.
Yep.
So the people you've been harassing as a hobby, along with destroying buffets across fucking New England.
Yep.
You're going to now call the cops because you want something from the people you harass on a daily fucking basis.
Yep. Exactly.
Go fucking mother. Go fuck Scopa's grandmother, you fucking hedgehog.
And this guy who, he makes his thing. Like, I videotape everyone. I'm transparent. Bitch, where you at, son? We're trying to fucking call you. Oh, you talk a big fucking game, but you won't come on live, will you? Right? Pussy.
Come talk to Officer Brett, bitch boy. I fucking dare you.
Yeah. Officer Brett. Come talk to Officer Brett. So, he's obviously too much of a pussy to come on. And so let's go on to the next topic here, because it's already 10 o'clock, holy shit. The Boston police officer. So this is in the news. If you recall, in December, the Foxy Lady in Providence was shut down because 3 strippers there got caught trying to give fucking $300 blowjobs to undercover Providence cops, right? Which is fine if you're a cop, like, to get him in an undercover thing, but you're not actually supposed to go through with the blowjob, right? And one of these 3 strippers, obviously they have no fucking job now, right? And so what the fuck's she gonna do? So she's like an Instagram whore. That's a thing now. They closed down fucking Backpage now. So Instagram is basically where you go to find a hooker apparently now. And so some Boston cop finds her on there and decides I'm going to have he offers her $1,000. This came out today. $1,000. And I'm sorry. By the way, he goes, can you bring a friend? And then the friend was $1,500. How the fuck does that make any sense? You don't get a discount? Like, you got to pay fucking full price for both of them? Are you fucking kidding me? And look at these whores.
$50 for these two fucking putrid little creatures. They better be building me a fucking deck and sucking my dick.
Yeah, exactly. $1,000 fucking dollars?
Fuck you.
Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, that seems a little bit high. That seems a little high. Speaking of high, check her out. You know, why the fuck does she have a black eye? That's normal. If the chick is showing up to a date looking like she just got fucking, hit by a fucking lightning and, she talked back to her fucking pimp, that's not a good...
That picture looks like she just woke up at the battered women's shelter.
I know.
To make fun of something like that, but look at her.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
It's true.
Ugh.
So they show up there. It's like, I could have told you, these bitches are going to rob you, right? And this motherfucker, this cop, quote unquote, decides that he is going to, tells one of them, like, go get my charger out of the car. He gives her his fucking keys, knowing his gun is in there and it's not locked up, right? And so, of course, she never comes back. And then the other one's like, I'll go find her. And he's like, okay. Okay. And then she never comes back either. And he calls the cops because he's like, oh, my fucking service weapon, And he's like, these chicks robbed me. These fucking chicks robbed me. And they find him. The Pawtucket police, of course, know exactly who the fuck they are. They're regulars. And it's like, if you're hanging out with these broads and you're a fucking cop, something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. Right? I mean, what do you have any thoughts on it, Brett?
Well, even and like Charlie said, the gun was locked up.
I heard it wasn't. I'm here to report.
No, it had a key lock. But the key to the cable lock that unlocks the fucking firearm was in his cup holder.
Brett, you know what they're saying, though? They're saying they're saying it wasn't even locked up. that was just a lie. Because I know they're strippers, but they have no reason to lie, right? They're claiming now. They're telling the police that it was just fucking there. He didn't lock it up.
Well, no, yeah, you can't. I mean, number one, a cop can afford $1,500 to bang two broads that look like Jennifer Lopez's crackhead fucking foster sisters. Like, that makes sense. That doesn't make sense to me by itself.
Yeah.
How the fuck's a cop $1,500 to blow on a weekend of fucking smoking spice and meth and banging fucking two backup dancers from fucking, what was that old show, 11 Color?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it was in the cup holder too, Meredith. Now, here's the thing, right? If I'm this cop, right, why not just get a new gun? Right?
What do you mean?
If they stole your service weapon...
Buy a new gun?
Yeah, just get a new gun. You think they...
No, I'm pretty sure they'd have questions on why you need a new one if that's a service revolver.
You know what I mean? You pay out of pocket. Because this is...
so your gun. Like, it's not issued to you.
Yeah, like...
It's your shit.
Yeah, you buy the same model gun. Obviously, the serial number would be different, but do you think they fucking check the serial number of your service weapon every day when you go to work?
What do you think Jennifer Lowball there is going to do with that gun? She's going to sell it to some gangbanger, and then all of a sudden the gun that's registered to you is going to wind up in a Mambo Drinks fucking murder plot. Like, you know what I mean? So eventually you're going to get fucked anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess people are saying they're like, like they would check. That makes no sense, Turtleboy. How does it not make sense? You just buy the exact kind of gun and that you normally carry to work with you, and you pray to God that those strippers don't kill someone with your gun. That's it. You take a chance. Yeah. I think that's what you do. Because here's the thing. Now he's like gonna lose his job, right? Like and he should lose. Well, he should lose his job. Right. Do you agree?
100%. He shouldn't be a police officer anymore.
Why?
And there should be some sort of. Well, I mean, you're out fucking banging cocos at motels in fucking Rhode Island and putting firearms on the street.
Yeah,
that's pretty not topish, I would think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that cop protecting me.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah,
Would you want that to be the guy that shows up at your house when someone breaks in or whatever? Fucking cokehead McCaw fucker shows up with no pistol because he lost it to the hookers he was banging that weekend.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and you know what? I'm also reading a lot of comments that I guess I was wrong. I don't know. I thought it was a good idea when I came up with it, right? But people are like, what if the cop has to use his gun and it's not that? People are like, it's a serious crime. I guess so. But he's got to lose his job, and I agree with you.
You're supposed to be held to a higher fucking standard than the fucking rest of us. If my life is in your hands when crime happens, you're held to a higher fucking standard. That standard doesn't fucking include letting hookers get your fucking gun.
Yeah. Period. Seriously.
Period.
I agree. I agree 1,000%, man. I agree 1,000% with that. I think it's, I like my cops street smart. And if you're fucking if you just give hey, here's the keys to my car. Can you go get my charger? Why not you just go get the charger, dude? Please don't take my gun, which is in the cup holder. Right? Yeah, I don't want you being a fucking cop. You're a fucking moron, obviously. Right? You're a fucking moron. I think that,
be a cop.
I look at it like this, right? People look at these government jobs when they get them. They're like, this is my job for life, right? Nobody else thinks like that. Like, people that work in the private sector, nobody fucking thinks like that. Like, you take a job, look at the NFL, right, and shit like that. Like, the average NFL career is 3 years, right? You always have to be thinking about what comes after this. Like, not everybody's Tom Brady, you got to have a fucking backup plan. But, it seems like with these government jobs, people are like, well, this is my fucking job for life. It's like, nah, bitch, not if you're a fucking moron. Not if you're a fucking moron. So I think at this point, he's definitely going to be fired. I can't imagine a situation in which he's not. First of all, he was soliciting prostitutes. He was paying to have sex with two whores. You cannot possibly come up with an explanation as to why you were even associating with these two whores. Oh, I was going on a date with them. No, you were paying them for sex, dude. We all know exactly what they're doing. So, anyway.
My bad. Fuck. Someone was just knocking on my door, fucking with a food order. Said, hi, did you order something from C40? And I was like, no, I ain't ordering no fucking food.
That's happening to you right now.
That just happened. That's why I was off the mic. Yes, I'm fucking Chinese broad with a fucking bag of food.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. So anyway, let's see. All right, yeah, so that's that. People say he should lose his jobs. His name came out today. We're going to put it out there a little later. It's already been released by the Providence Journal and stuff like that. And that's what kind of pisses me off. Like, when I see this, it's so easy to just shit on hookers, right? And it's funny, don't get me wrong. Their mugshots were fantastic. But why does he not get shamed? Like, what he was doing was worse. He's a law enforcement officer. And he's banging hookers and shit. And that's against the law. He would arrest you for prostitution. He probably arrests hookers and johns and stuff like that. And he's partaking in it. And if you're going to bang a hooker, you can't find better than that? A reject fucking stripper from
that was another thing. It was written in the thing. They're supposed to have, big fake tits. Some fucking slutty blonde broad that you're going to fucking just bang from behind or something. Yeah. Not these two fucking...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, not good. All right, let's go on to the next topic. And this is one that's going to get me all fired up. So, Becky Snatcher here. So, I talked about this on the Uncle Turtleboy's Late Night Garage podcast earlier in the week. There was a situation in this group called Foxboro Discussion. A woman named Anne-Marie Bissonette English writes the following. My family moved here in June 2017. We are a mixed-race, multicultural family coming from the Cayman Islands and Jamaica. But I actually grew up in Easton. I came back to the United States and Foxborough in particular because of the schools for my children. My 14-year-old daughter has said she's felt discrimination at school last year and this year at the high school, and not isolated incidents either. Today, my daughter came home from high school and sent me a text. Mom, there was a racial slur on the wall in the girls' room at the bathroom at the school. No N-words allowed. The school made an announcement about it over the loudspeaker, and it was removed. Do you see why I want to move from Foxborough? I am sad for my children, my husband, and this entire community. Okay, so first of all, I want you to go. You go first, Brett, before I rip into this. I got a lot to say.
All right. Well, I can't go yet because you didn't present like all the.
Okay, so let me talk.
What did happen and didn't
Let me break
happen,
this down. Okay,
you know what I mean?
So I don't know if this happened. I'm leaning towards no, but I can't say for certain it didn't happen. Right? I would say 90% probably chance it did not happen because she didn't take a picture of it. Whatever. And if somebody was just directing this at her, how the hell did they know where she's going to dump that day? I mean, there's a lot of stalls in this fucking high school, I assume. And they knew exactly where she would sit and that no one would get there before her to erase it. Common sense tells you something's not right about that picture, right? And so the second I knew this was bullshit was when she says, we are a mixed-race, multicultural family. Why even say multicultural? What the fuck does that even mean? Bitch, you fucked a black dude and you produced 2 biracial children, which generally happens when white people procreate with black people. All right? You're not special because of that. You're not the first person to have biracial children. All right? And you're certainly not the first person to virtue signal and use your biracial children as some sort of, I'm black now too. Like, that's obviously what she's doing. I'm a victim now too. And so she's like, I moved. We came here from the Cayman Islands. You came from the Cayman Islands. There's only one reason to live in the Cayman Islands. And that's if you're fucking banking and hiding fucking dirty money. That's the only reason to live in the Cayman Islands. Right? So you're fucking rich, in other words. And your husband's rich. You're not oppressed at all. You live in Foxborough, which is a very expensive town to live in. Right? And it does not have much diversity because white people move there and they price out people of color. A house that costs $350,000 in Brockton would cost $550,000 in Foxborough. Right? This prices out people of color. So I love when people in these towns are like, oh, I love diversity. We need more diversity. You want diversity? Sell your house for less than it's worth to a black person. That's what you need to do. If you really want diversity in your town, lower the price of your house, take a huge loss on it, but it's okay because it's virtuous, right? You have to show us that you care about black people, so sell your house for less money to them. That way, and you move to Brockton. That's what you do. Of course, they're not going to do that because the Brockton, nobody would, but no, you never heard anyone in the history of the world say, Brett, I moved to Brockton for the schools. That's never been said before, ever.
Oh, yeah, no, that was my thing.
Yeah.
We came to Foxborough because of the public school system.
Yes, I believe that.
No, you didn't.
You don't think so?
No, you do?
Yes, 1,000%. That's why I moved to Holden.
Rich Island bucks came here and said, you know where we have to settle? We're going to live in Massachusetts. Where's the best high schools for our multicultural blah, blah, blah kids?
Yeah. You know what they said, Brett?
Fuck up.
You know what they said? They looked at it and they said, where's the white high schools at? That's what they said.
All right.
That's what that means,
the
right?
Least likely chance of. All right.
You didn't hear them say like they didn't say we're gonna move to fucking Lawrence, did they? Or we're moving to fucking Holyoke.
Like we're headed to Fall River. Yeah. Pack up, kids.
Like, don't get me wrong. It could have been Norfolk or Walpole or Medway or Millis or Dover or any of those fucking towns around there. They're all this Canton. They're all the same. Westwood. They're rich. Majority white towns. That's all they are, right? And
this ended up in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Like if in New England at all was Connecticut.
Yeah. And the girl is, by the way, the one that said that she tells her mom, this is why I want to move. Translation. The girl is a drama queen and has beef with bitches at the high school. And so she's making... I have
no friend.
Yeah. She's making shit up. Now, let's even operate on the idea that this perchance is true. Let's just fucking throw him a bone and say maybe this is true.
We're going with that someone did write that in that stall.
Which I don't believe for a second.
But which I think she personally. But so we're gonna go with it actually happened.
It actually happened. We're gonna play that scenario out right now.
All right,
okay. What you don't do is run to the Foxboro Facebook page and beg for fucking pity. That's because that's what happened here. That solves nothing. She admits that she did not go to the principal. Okay? She did not bring this to them. Now, here's what you do, because everybody's like wants to be a fucking victim. Why? Why is it so fucking cool to be a member of a marginalized group, right? It looks like we got a message back. Time out. From, okay, I got a message. Hi, you're so intelligent. We're calling Grundlestiltskin. Break. I'll get back on that rant in a minute. Grundlestiltskin called me a pussy. Yeah. I know he called me intelligent.
Still ripping these.
Answer the phone.
Oh, you are. You are a sharp fucking fella.
Answer the phone. Come on, answer.
Please answer. Please make my week.
Computer, yeah.
Fucking little gun.
Come on, asshole. Come on, douchebag. Oh, he saw the message.
Pussy fire.
Try him again. Come on. So Grundlestiltskin, if you guys recall, he's a couple blogs ago in the lineup in this episode. He's the guy that harasses cops and taped a woman wearing a Turtleboy sweatshirt and blamed her for being Bristol. And yeah, okay, it's dialing. Here we go. Come on, Grundlestiltskin, answer the phone.
Pick up.
Hello. Hello.
Huh?
Is this Joe Hart?
Who the fuck is this?
Oh, this is Uncle Turtleboy. How you doing?
You're a piece of shit, you know that?
Oh, yeah. Well, why am I a piece of shit? You tell me.
So rude.
You call me a pussy.
You are a pussy. I didn't call you a pussy. South Shore Turtle Girl called you a pussy. But I think I concur. You're definitely a pussy. Do you debate that?
I don't even know why I answered your call. He's such an idiot, dude.
Yeah, but, oh, well.
You know you're going to be broadcasted all over the internet. You get that, right?
Well, I'm well aware of that.
You're pretty dumb, man. You're dumb.
We're actually live streaming right now.
Do that. Wait, listen, sir. Mr. Joe Orca, whatever your name is.
Grundlestiltskin.
Do that. Grab your burner or whatever and start recording this and put it on your awesome YouTube channel. Don't let this motherfucker get away with broadcasting you.
Yep.
Film this shit, son.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's talk. So, now you obviously don't have a job, right? You're obviously unemployed. Grundlestiltskin, are you there? Oh, he didn't answer. We're calling him back.
No. Aww. I want to be your friend.
Yeah, I want to put the live stream. I'm going to send him the live stream. Come on, I want to be friends. I want to talk. He's like so confident. I love how he's like, yo, you're going to be on the internet. It's like, bitch, we're on the internet right now. You're live?
Yeah, we on purpose every week, dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
Yeah. He hung up kind of fast there. Let's call him back.
Come on,
okay.
Bro. Where'd you go?
Come on, pussy. Oh, these guys talking big game. Come on, I thought you were a libertarian, man. Live free or die.
Let's go. Taxation is theft.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he said he was putting us on the internet. What's he even going to put on? What's there to talk about? You're not answering. Come on, puss. No, come on, dude. This is the best part. We actually had him on for 5 seconds. What did he say? Like, oh, you're going to be famous. You're going to be on the internet. Shut up.
Well, you can be put all over the internet, right?
Yeah.
Let me grab this fucking Twinkie.
Yeah, I love when they say, what does that even mean? Yeah. Anyway, he's too much of a pussy. He proved that, as usual, that these people don't have the balls to talk to us. We'll talk to anyone. I don't care. We'll talk to anyone. We'll let them have their piece. But these people, it's like, yo, you'll go around filming cops and talking shit, but here you are in Turtleboy, you ain't got shit to say. We got real quiet real fast. Real quiet real fast. All right. Yeah. Anyway,
now, wait.
Go ahead.
Wait. So say Dan Margolis had a podcast, right? And as many times as he spoke to us, and he said, hey, and just called you, wouldn't you take that chance?
Of course
to just go buck fucking wild and say whatever the fuck you want?
Of course.
I would.
I'll debate
like,
anyone.
You know what I mean?
I'll debate
I'm
anyone.
like, this person is stupid enough to call me, blap, blap, put my feet up, light a joint, and go, what's up, cocksucker? Let's fucking do this.
The only people that
but
don't...
no, you know, fucking missing flat fucking losers. Mm-hmm. Always, like you said, they always talk a great fucking game, and then they bitch right up.
Yeah. What a fucking tease, huh? What a tease. I'm going to call him one more time. One more time, and then we're going to go back to the story, because I had a good rant about to get into.
He was just screaming, Mom, I need more Hot Pockets and a phone charger.
And lube. We're out of fucking lube, Mom.
Throw the plunger in the toilet, Mom. I'm coming in hot.
I was going to ask him, like, do you use a cum rag or the traditional sock? That's what I want to know.
He uses that fucking, what's he red fucking period shit of his. He just wipes it up so he can chew on it later when he's getting pulled over.
I guarantee he jerks off to anime porn. Guaranteed.
Not only that, but he removed the seat of his bike and he goes on jumps constantly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to this situation. So, I want to say this, right? Stop being a fucking victim. Stop teaching your kids to be victims. Stop making it cool to be a victim. Stop like something bad happens to you. So let's suppose this happened, that somebody actually wrote the N-word, which is awful, right? Terrible thing to say to a black person, call them that in derogatory fashion.
It's
right?
not even said it. You're being a coward just writing it.
Right, exactly. So if that's me, if I'm black and someone uses the one word you just cannot fucking use to call a black person, right? And it comes from a place of hate, right? Oh, I am finding that motherfucker. First of all, you would know who did it, right? You would know. Like, you have beef with someone. Some cunt did this to you. I'm going to find this whore, and I am going to dog walk that bitch in front of the whole school, okay? I am going to go on Instagram, and I'm going to find out all about the guys she fucked, and I'm just going to fucking ruin her life. I am going to go straight Regina George on this bitch, right? That's what you have to do, right? If it was real, which it's not, right? Just fight fucking back. Stop being a pussy. Stop being, oh, my mom, I'm going to move. We need to leave fucking Foxborough because kids are fucking mean here. No, you don't leave Foxborough. They leave Foxborough. You burn Foxborough to the ground so that you're the only fucking person left in there. That's it. You fucking destroy Foxborough if you need to. So, as I said, this happened to me, right? And I kind of showed after the entire town of Holden got death threats, or not death threats, got those flyers in the mail that Michael Gaffney sent out, which were libelous and had pictures of my wife on there, and, had my address on there and said that we were sexualized. It was like a Pizzagate kind of thing. They wanted people to come there and, like, stop children from getting raped. And so, this piece of shit, Alec Olson, messages me right when that comes out, and he says, you're going to wish I never found this. Glad it has your address. You're going to wish you never made that post you did about my father, right? And it's not a threat. It's a promise. I assure you you'll regret it. Hope you have eyes in the back of your skull, motherfucker. You're going to need them. So, quick background on this. North Shore Turtle Babe evidently had written about this guy and his stepfather previously, who was drag racing on the highway against a car that had a 12-year-old girl in it. And he ends up dying during the drag racing event. He was all coked up and shit like that. And she fucking ripped him for it because she could have got the 12-year-old girl killed. Because no, we do not have to respect the dead. This idea that because you're dead, we suddenly have to respect you. Disagree. And she's my most vicious blogger. She just fucking rips him to shreds. And it was great. I had no problem with the blog. I got a lot of views. I liked it. So anyway, this guy, I guess, was in it. And he's all mad about it. And he thinks I wrote it. He said this to my personal Facebook page. And he goes, all this shit. So what he's hoping to do with this, Brett, what do you think this message, what did he expect me to do when I got this message?
Buckle.
Yeah.
He expect. Oh, dude, no, wait, I'm sorry. Hey, how can I make this better?
Yeah.
That's what he expected. He expected you to fold like a fucking chair.
Yeah, he expecting to be like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't mean no disrespect. I'm really sorry, this and that. Because they think that by writing these words, you're just, you better have eyes in the back of your skull, motherfucker. You're going to need them. So let's go to his page for a moment and see what we're dealing with here. Alec Olson. So I immediately go to his page. Because if this is like some, hardened criminal, I'm not going to fuck with him. Right? I don't feel like dying or anything like that. But I go to his page.
That's a lie.
Well, and this is, by the way, this is his...
I watched you fuck with gun-toting fucking...
That's true.
Like, just out of jail on an attempted fucking...
That's true,
to save that bullshit, son.
Yeah. And, this is his mother,
Fuck
actually.
outta here.
This is his mother. Well, maybe we'll call his mom.
How the fuck you gonna threaten someone from a rehab in California, you little fucking junkbox cunt?
Yeah. I'm going to message mom right now, actually. Maybe we can get her on.
Keep talking shit, I'll become your new stepfather, you little cunt.
Yeah. There he is, right there. This is him right here. I mean, his mom is a nice, Mika Fungu. All right? And this is him right here. And I look at it, and it's like, he's in California because it turns out he's in rehab. So obviously he expects me to be, like, scared or whatever, and I just don't give it to him. Right? I just tell him straight, I'm like, I never wrote about this, but I am bringing it to the police, because I did. Right? And then he's like, oh, you're a cop caller, all this shit, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'm going to the police because that's protocol. Like, of course I'm going to bring this to the police. But I will, he goes, he goes, I don't care. He goes, I will lay you out. That's a threat, not a promise. I'm like, I'm so scared. He goes, don't worry. I'm not scared to catch a charge. You're worth catching a charge for, which should be a Turtleboy Valentine. You're worth catching a charge for?
Get some OG.
Mwah. Oh, yeah. Yo, I would totally catch a charge for you. So anyway, he's like, you're calling the cops pussy. Yeah, it's like, you're worth catching a charge for.
So, catch a charge.
I just, let him know. Look at, I'm like, I go, don't forget your gun. He's like, I don't need a gun, buddy. It's like, I beg to differ. I would definitely bring a gun if I were you. If you're not bringing a gun, it's not going to end well for you. So I would highly suggest bringing a gun. And he doesn't know what to do then, right? And then it turns into like, you're a lowlife. Now he's getting on the defensive, okay? So now, this is what you do if you're this girl, and this is what it all comes back to. You find his weakness. And you're like, okay, weakness number 1, you're in fucking rehab in California. So I'm going to make fun of you for that. Weakness number 2, you're mad and you're really upset because your stepdad is dead. I am going to fucking pour salt on that wound so hard and just kind of taunt him. I'm like, look you know what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm going to hang out with both of my parents. I have 2 of them, unlike you, who has just 1, okay? So it's fucking awesome having 2 parents. I feel bad for you that you can't, okay? And then he's getting mad, child molesting, faggot, this, all this shit. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm going to find out more shit on him. And then I got people messaging me about him. And he's saying, I got his number, I post that. Feel free to call. Let's call this number, shall we? I'm going to call this number.
Can we?
Yep.
Can I remember
I'm going to call
one of his friends messaged me and told me the thing about why his backup dad was flying around coked out on the streets was because his mother was out sucking dicks behind his back.
Oh, yes.
And I sent those screenshots.
You did.
And the kid's like, hey, listen, don't involve me. I can't have my name. And I wouldn't do that. And I said, dude, you got to see this. And you read that stuff and you couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, now we're going to destroy him. Yeah, now we got to destroy him. So anyway, and I find out his mother is the reason. So his mother cheated on the stepfather. And who we're going to try to call in a moment. And the mother cheated on the stepfather, and the stepfather got all mad about it on coke and fucking started drag racing and dies. Boom, dead. So, obviously, we point that out, and he's like, yo, that's fucked up. That's too far. It's like, dude, you literally just told me you were going to shoot me in the back of the head and come to my house. That nothing is too far. I'm not a mean person, right? I don't want to threaten anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone. If you threaten me and my family's life, okay, I'm a different person. It's just how it is. I'm going to turn into an animal. I'm going to turn into a savage. I'm going to turn into somebody that I don't particularly like. And I will regret nothing, though. Okay? I'm not going to physically hurt you because I'm not physically capable of that, right? But what I will do is use my words to just hurt you, man. I'm going to find something that fucking hurts, right? Your stepdad is dead. It's probably really sad. I am going to fucking rub that wound so fucking hard until you cry yourself to sleep like the bitch that you are, all right? And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use words. I'm going to destroy you with words. And that's what this chick should have done in Foxborough, if it was real, which it's not. So we're going to call this guy right now, see what he has to say.
I remember this conversation from your garage podcast the other night.
Yes.
This,
yeah. Is this Alec? Hello? Alec? Alec Olson? You've won $1 million. Congratulations.
Alexa.
Oh, Alec. Hello. We'd like you to pick up your prize. Is that Alec? Hello,
hey.
Alec. Or is this Elsa Abreu Espanola? Oh, I'd like to get a piece of that sweet potato pie. You there, Alec? Did they let you talk on the phone in rehab? Okay, he's on. We're going to call him back one more time. Call him up.
Fucking gutless little worm.
Yeah, come on, puss. Hey, Alec, are you there? Or is this Elsa Espanola? Alec Olson. Alec Olson. Hey, remember when you said you were going to come to my house? It's been a month and I'm still waiting. Are you there? We're calling your mom next. If you can't talk to me, I'm going to have to call Elsa. I got her on the line right now. Sure, I'm going to call her too. We're going to call Elsa on Facebook.
All right.
Come on, Alec. Come play. You talked a lot of shit and now it's time to back it up. I'm giving you a chance to talk to me one-on-one and all of our turtle riding friends. We just want to talk, man. You talked a big game with your death threats. Here we are. Here's your chance. I know you're listening, man. I know you're listening. You picked up the phone.
Started you a go fentanyl me.
Yeah. Look at man. If I gotta go to Peabody, go see hi to Elsa. Maybe take her out to Wright's Chicken Farm or something. I don't know. Right? Maybe go on a little date with Elsa. The Ice Queen. What's she up to?
Dude, if she picks up, I'm going to be rude as fuck.
Yeah. See, this is what you do, people. That my point here is that this is what you do to fucking pieces of shit. You turn the tables on them. That's how you win. Because people that talk shit, right, they're doing so because they're not willing to do anything else. That's it. So, anyway, let's talk about these basic Beckys here. Best Becky snatches. So, to me, that was a common sense blog, right? Like, obviously stand up for yourself. That's not racist, right? None of that's racist. But, of course, you got this pearl-clutching white chick named Tracy with an I who says, well, I found a member who worked for Turtleboy Sports, removed and blocked him. I've searched many other names associated with Turtleboy, and this is the only one I can find at this point, but that doesn't mean there isn't anyone else. I'm truly sorry members of Foxborough discussion group were used in such a despicable, misleading manner. I'm pissed that someone would use our community's willingness to discuss subjects and support each other, especially by an outside hack who could care less about Foxborough. Turtleboy is a horribly destructive, negative, and racist blog website. I don't read them, but I've had personal knowledge with the subjects of 3 of their articles, and all 3 contain slated half-truths, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, obviously I can't stand these Facebook admins, Brett. What do you think of her?
They all... I like the Facebook admins of the bigger groups like Larry, our buddy
That's the only
Larry
one I like.
Boyd, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, he's the only one I like.
Brockton Hub. Do it just like, all right, it's a zoo. Monitor yourselves, you fucking little psychopaths, and let's see what happens. Versus buds like this remind me of that, what was that Mommies group?
From, Moms of the South Shore.
Was,
Moms of the South Shore.
Yeah, like these lunatics that think adminning a Facebook group is some sort of actual job that comes with power.
Yes, exactly.
Like, you equate social media to real life. You're doing it wrong.
Yep.
You're doing it wrong. This is for fun, amusement, or for older people or whatever. It's to keep in touch with family and friends. No, it's to get a laugh and to talk shit. Maybe see a news post and look into it yourself instead of just sharing it blindly like it's a fact. Or,
yep,
I banned him and now he's gone and we should support each other. It's like, and like you said in the blog, it's like, bitch, you banned an account.
yeah,
Half the people in your group fucking love us. They just don't tell people like you that they do because you'll get your cunt in a bunch and fucking ban them.
yep.
There's always going to be people to send us shit.
Yeah, exactly.
These fucking assholes need to get that through their fucking heads.
Yeah.
You can't hide it. You're in a public group, for fuck's sake.
I mean, think about
That's another thing.
Merrimack Valley
It's
Turtle
not
Bay.
even a private group.
Yeah.
Anyone can read everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the good point, too. It's also public. So MVTB reads, is still in that group. She's got an alias, like we all fucking do. And good luck finding her, right? I love when they do the purges, Brett. That's one of my favorites. A Turtleboy purge blog, right? They look for who's the Turtleboy more. They freak out and they fucking, accuse a bunch of innocent people of being Turtleboy. And meanwhile, the real Turtleboys are sitting there fucking loving every minute of it, eating their popcorn. I love when that happens. It happens, way too often, but also not often enough. I love it.
And there's something else you put in that blog, or whoever wrote it put in.
Yeah.
You're gonna do a purge. You're gonna do a mole hunt. I've been in a couple of those things. It goes horribly bad for everyone.
Yes.
It does not fucking go well.
Yes.
Feelings get hurt. Relationships get destroyed. Like, it is a fucking nightmare.
Oh, yeah. And so she is not answering. It appears as if she has blocked this account. She lives in Foxborough, whatever. She works owner of a bar in town, a.k.a. her husband has a job. She's like as white can get. She's like the most basic Becky of all time. And to call me racist is like, bitch, you chose to live in an area that prices out people of color. You're not fucking any different than anyone else. So anyway.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. In the comments, multiple people are asking, did you just car seat fart?
No, I didn't car seat fart. What are you talking about?
They're saying, did you just fart? That count.
You would know if
like
I
car seat fart.
I would make it very clear. That's not a fart. All right, anyway, believe me, I stand by my farts. I'm not one of those. Believe me. All right? I'm not one of those. All right? That's low. You don't do that. I'm a man of class.
Yeah.
Please.
Dude, and you're in your car, so if you're shitting, it's going to get brisk as fuck in there.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go on to the final topic. Patriots won the Super Bowl, Brett. Pretty cool. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I guess. Dude, that was the most boring game I've ever watched.
I didn't think so.
And I've been watching the Super Bowl since I was a kid.
What was boring about it?
And it was boring as fuck.
Why? Because it was 13-3?
Yeah, it was just no scoring, some great defense.
Isn't that good?
But it was fucking boring. And I remember, so my wife worked second shift, so she got home for the second half. And she's like, oh my God. And I think at that point, at halftime, was it 3-0? Or? Half?
Yeah, it was 3-3 at half. No, 3-0 at half. You're right. 3-0.
3-0.
Yep.
And I told her, I was like, this is like with MMA, to where MMA fans like to see knockouts and the punches and stuff.
Yep.
This was one of those games where it was defense.
Yep.
And both sides showed insane defense, from the cornerbacks to the defensive linemen. It was awesome.
Yep.
And I looked at her and I said, now, that what's going to happen is Patriots are going to win. She goes, oh, you don't know? And I was like, listen, that defense of the Rams has been on the field more than half the fucking time.
Yep.
And in second half, they're going to wear the fuck down. That's you got to admit, Aaron Donald is a freak.
Yeah, but they stopped him.
Defensive player, he hit twice, but you can't play 50 minutes. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've been on the field all night.
Yeah.
And that's when the big plays started coming, the third, and then especially in the fourth quarter. That pass to Gronk, on the left sideline that brought him down to, I think, the 3 or something, and then the running back ran it in.
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful.
I was like, dude, this is over. That defense isn't going to stomp another fucking thing.
I mean, it was always so good to see because we're Patriots fans, Brett. We're used to fucking the defense letting down Tom Brady. All 3 Super Bowls that they lost. Tom Brady, the last time he was on the field, basically they had the lead, right? We lost a fucking game last year in which he threw for 500 yards, 500. And so it was so refreshing to see the defense carry the fucking team. People are like, oh, Brady wasn't that good. Brady passed for 270 yards that game. All right, 270 yards. He didn't have any touchdowns, but he threw for 270 fucking yards. So give me a break, right? I thought it was, to me, that was the most satisfying Super Bowl we've won, right? Because it was just fucking nice, man. It was just the most dominant fucking victory they've ever had, right, in a Super Bowl. So don't tell me it's boring. That's fucking awesome. I love good defense, right? It's old school. You don't see that every day, whatever. So anyway, obviously we have to have another fucking parade. 12th time in 17 years we're having fucking duck boat parades now. God loves us more. I mean, does anybody debate that at this point? Seriously, right? Like, how can you say otherwise when, you know, there are cities, Atlanta has had 1 championship in their entire existence. That's the Braves in 95, right? When's the last time, like, New York City has like 20 fucking teams. Who wins from New York? The Giants are the last team to win from there? I mean, God knows the Knicks don't ever fucking win. The Islanders, the Rangers, right? Who wins? Well, I guess the Yankees, right? The Yankees won in 2009. But, like, that's it. I mean, none of Detroit, none of these fucking places ever win shit. We win everything. So we got another parade. And, you know, all these idiots come down to the parade, all the meatheads. And it's always like, you know, 22-year-olds walking around with their fucking backpacks on, drinking Keystone Lights. You know, I'll be like, oh, I drink beer, I'm fucking cool. Yeah, I remember my first beer. And they got in a fucking fight.
Lemonade.
Yeah. So let's watch this fight take place. This brawl. Let's watch this brawl. Well, like, who carries fucking PBR down the street? So we don't see what happens before this. There's some kind of beef going on here. Everyone's wearing a Grunt jersey, and then this meathead. Keep fucking walking, pussy. I'll bang you out, son. So, okay, so this is where it gets interesting. This guy is doing all the shit talking. So, obviously, these guys here are stronger and bigger or whatever, and these guys are just drunk. And so, watch this guy. Watch tough guy here. Then this tough guy shows up with his sweatpants. Okay, and this guy's like, yo, I want you. Okay. This guy I've never seen somebody get beat up so badly in a fight. This guy got treated like a fucking ragdoll. Watch what happens.
It goes whack.
Yeah, here we go. First he gets hit. Boom. Okay, so there we go. We're off to a rough start there. So now let's see what happens. Now, keep in mind, these guys doing the aggression are outnumbered. All right, so this guy's been knocked down once. So then he's like, okay, then he gets fucking hit again. There's number 2. The other guy hits him in the face. Okay, he's holding on for dear life, still giving it a shot. Here we go. Boom! Okay, so that's 3 times he's been knocked out. Now the rest of them jump in. Everyone was kung fu fighting. Boom! He fucking throws him under the car and just fucking leaves him there like when a fucking leopard kills an antelope and doesn't want the lions to steal it from him. Just fucking throws it down there and hides it. And then he's like, goes right back to work. Okay, more bodies going everywhere. Okay, 2-on-1. This guy's getting picked up from underneath the car. Okay, there he is getting up. Right. Meanwhile, this guy over here trying to stand up straight. He's begging not to get hit. Okay, these guys are kind of fighting back. And at some point in this, right there, now number 87 is once again, he's been knocked out. Now watch him try to stand up. Look at him, he can't even stand. Look at this. Look at him. Have you ever seen have you ever seen a wildebeest give birth?
Yeah, no, I watch National Geographic Channel.
It's always the scariest part, right? Because the predators just fucking wait for the babies to be born because it's fucking free lunch. And, you know, the fucking wildebeest, so it's always like, they learn to walk within 5 minutes. But it's a scary 5 minutes.
Shaky ass legs?
Yes, oh yeah. That's what it fucking looked like, no? So, yeah, it looks exactly like that. So, anyway, we find, like, everybody involved in this is a piece of shit. The guys that got beat up deserve to get beat up, but the guys that did the beating up are equally douchebags. You don't fucking do this shit in public, right? This isn't the ground round. You can't just start fighting everyone in the middle of the streets. There's a family event. It's a family fucking event. You can't be acting like that. And so we want to know their names, and because I'm like, I bet you they're from Quincy. And it turns out they're from Charlestown, which is the Quincy of the North. And we find out that this guy's name, I'm like, I guarantee these people have zero savings. They live fucking paycheck to paycheck. This is like a regular routine thing. You know what I mean? And it's true. His name is fucking Shane. Fucking Shane. Shane Smith, of course. And the other guy's name is Connor Sullivan. And they're from Charlestown, bro. Bro, we're from Charlestown. We rob banks and shit. They did a movie on us. It's called The Town. We're trying to live up to the stereotype, bro. I wear fucking sweatpants everywhere, dude. All right. And, of course, he's been in trouble before for selling OCs. Why wouldn't he be? And then we find out later on that his fucking mother, is the one the car is registered to. Now, here's what people don't know. Mom called me on, what was this blog? Tuesday? Shell Shock published this blog. Mom calls me up on the phone. And I want to see if we can call her back. The fuck? Yeah, I want to see if we can call her back. What? This is published on Tuesday? Is that right? Yep. Okay. I see a 617 number here. I'm going to see 33 minutes. I don't think I talked to her for that long. Hold on. I got to go through my messages here. I definitely...
You guys are doing... Besides talking about the blog. Wow.
Yeah, we were talking
about camps and shit.
Yeah, sure we were. Let's see. February 6th, what's today? The 10th? Right? So that would be... This is Tuesday, right? All right, Tuesday. I see a call here from Florida. How long did I talk to this person for? 5 minutes? That could be her. That might be her. Should I call that number?
That could be her. How the fuck is it from Florida if he borrowed her car?
I don't know.
I'll call her anyway. We'll find out what the fuck she wants.
Because she was all mad. She was like, yeah, don't you ever be talking about my son? Is this the right number? Or not?
I don't fucking know.
I'm trying to think what time she called me. She definitely called me, though. She found out my number. And let's see, that call took place at 3:02. I think this is the fucking lady. But she's not answering now. Because she's a coward. But yeah, she definitely called me the other day. She was very upset about this demand. And she was everything you dreamed she would be and more. So we found full-fledged Charlestown ratchets here. Shocking. They've all taken down their Facebook page immediately. So they'll act like this, whatever. Don't, just behave in public and you won't end up on Turtleboy, bottom line. All right, let's see what people are saying here. Today's the 9th. Did I just call the wrong person? Oh, so maybe it was the 5th. Today's the 9th? Really?
I don't know. That's what Savvy said.
So that would be Wednesday we blogged her then. That changes everything. This changes everything.
Saturday.
Oh, here we go. This is it. Okay, I got the right one. We're calling her now. This is a 617 number. Okay, we're calling her right now. I don't know who the hell I just called there.
Yeah, I'm drinking and smoking pot, Savvy. I'm gonna burp and cough. Fuck. You remember back in the old lives where like 2 or 3 people would answer in a night?
Oh, yeah. They're all pussed out. We need more strippers.
Well, they learned. Oh, I pops that pussy.
Yeah.
That fucking problem.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 617.
Leave a message.
9, 1,
Leave a
3,
fucking message.
7 3 8 0 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Mom. This is Uncle Turtleboy calling. Just returning your call after our brief conversation on Wednesday about your son, Shane, the Charlestown native who was featured in the Shell Shocker blog. Just wanted to touch base on that, see if we can, reach a resolution. If you could please call me back. You have my number. That would be great. I've spoken with Abby from HR, Abby Horowitz, and we have a package in mind, an offer, because you definitely mentioned getting an attorney, so we'd like to avoid that if possible. So if you could please return my phone call, that would be great, and you have a great day. Bye. So, yeah. Oh, Weymouth John. So Weymouth John, his mother messages me, right? Didn't message, she emailed. And she's like, how, she goes, it was sad. She's like, my son's legitimately retarded, right? I had no idea. If Weymouth John's retarded, I'm kind of sorry, but not completely sorry because he goes looking for shit. If Weymouth John is in fact retarded, I'm not doing that anymore. Like, we're not blogging about him. But I'm definitely not having a retarded guy come on the show so we can make fun of him. That's not what we're all about. But anyway, yeah, the mom messaged and said that. Anyway, let's, you guys have any questions or anything? We'll do a little Ask Turtleboy. Let us know now. Gonna wrap it up exactly. Do what kids in Worcester never do. Wrap it up. Yeah.
All right, anyone got any fucking questions about anything? Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Oh, so in the works, we have, what's up with the Walking Dead thing?
Oh, yeah, good question. So tomorrow, for you Walking Dead fans here, we're going to do our own version of the Talking Dead immediately after the show starts, maybe 5 minutes after the show starts, just to talk about it. I don't know how many people there watch The Walking Dead. I fucking like The Walking Dead. I'm one of the few people that still likes that show. So my homies that still watch it, come on, we're going live tomorrow after the show. What happened with Vaughn?
I cannot fucking wait.
Oh, we got a call. We got a call. Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up, Baden?
Is this Shane?
Yeah, it is Shane.
Oh, from the fight video?
Hey, do me a favor.
Shoot.
Never call my mother again, alright?
She called me.
Never call my mother again.
She called me.
Well, then don't hang up. Don't hang up then.
Well, then don't fight in the street of Boston again.
If you don't hang up.
Anywhere I want to.
You'll do what?
I'll fight anywhere I want to.
Oh, because you're a tough Charlestown kid, right?
I'll fight anywhere I want to.
You don't take no crap from nobody, right?
And I'll slap the shit out of you.
Oh, I'm so scared.
You fucking child, you fucking rapist, you loser.
Oh, you fucking rapist.
Go get fired from another fucking job.
Hey, you got any OCs I can buy off of you? You got any OCs?
Hey, good one. You think that shit gets me mad on your website, dude?
Well, you did.
That shit don't get me mad at all.
But you did take your Facebook page down, though. You did.
Yeah, because you're fucking messing with me like a weirdo and you're fucking snitching me out.
Oh, yeah, bro, you're sniffing me out, bro. We don't rat on no one in Charlestown, bro. We don't take no shit from nobody, bro. I'm a fucking... Why is your mom calling me, dude? Why is your mom calling me?
Because you post my mom's fucking address on your fucking...
Well, then why the fuck why are you driving your mom's car? Why don't you have your own fucking car?
Some fucking...
Because he's a loser.
You have your own car getting fired from a job where you're fucking $20,000 a year fucking blog turtle bitch fucking website.
So you...
I'll come... I know where you live. I'll come slap the shit out of you. Word.
Oh, you...
fuck you up.
Oh, so scared.
Record this. I don't give a fuck, you little turtle bitch.
Oh, so...
Aiden Kearney, you little faggot.
Oh, so scared.
I'm calling your mother.
Like a little bitch.
Calm down, Ben Affleck, all right? Tough guy.
Fuck you. You calm down. Take my mother's address off your fucking website, and I ain't fucking calming down.
Fuck no.
Faggot.
Why's your mom calling me anyway?
Because you put a fucking...
I didn't put shit on there. I didn't write the...
on the website, you clown.
I stand by the... Well, first of all, you're driving the fucking car. Why the fuck are you driving...
The car doesn't even matter. You don't even know the whole story why I fought. So just shut your fucking mouth. I'll drive my mom's car any day I fucking want to, and I'll beat up whoever the fuck I want to.
Oh, tough guy.
My mom's address off your fucking website. I'll go bang you up because I know where the fuck you live.
Are you the toughest guy in Charlestown? Are you the toughest guy in Charlestown?
Well, it doesn't even matter. I could be the weakest dude in Charlestown. I'll still beat your fucking
Where
ass.
do you rank? Where do you rank in Charlestown officially in the tough guy rankings?
Where do you rank on the fucking sex offender list, you fucking loser?
Oh, I'm not a sex offender, but you might be.
You got fucking slaves in your
With the pube stash like that, you never know. What's up with that pube stash?
It's a fucking flavor saver. Your mother rides it.
A flavor saver?
You fucking clown.
Tough guy, yeah. All right, so, but seriously, how come you can't afford your own car? Why do you gotta drive mom's car?
I could afford my own car. Who says that ain't my own car? And it's just under my mom's insurance, you fucking meathead.
That's way better. That's way better. That's way better. You're driving a fucking car under your mother's insurance. That's way less
I
ratchet.
never said that. I said, who says it is?
So, which one is it? Which one is it?
Who says it is? What does it even matter?
I'm just trying to figure out.
What, are you going to go on your website again and post some more shit?
I didn't post anything about you, but I want to know how much of a loser are you?
I'm not a loser at all.
You kind of are. You live with your mom, right?
You don't know this man.
You don't live with your mother, but you drive your mother's car. Is that right?
You don't know this man, and you're calling him names for no reason.
Tough guy. Tough guy. We're all really impressed.
That's why I don't like you posting her fucking address on a website. How about this? I give you my address, and you post it there. And if anyone got a problem with me, come to my address and fucking do something about it.
You heard that, Turtle Riders? You can go to his address if you have a problem. We're live right now, by the way.
I don't care if you're live, you pussy.
Well, I just want...
Turtleboy's a bitch.
Oh, Turtleboy's a
fucking sex offender.
Oh, so...
How about that for live?
What, you got... Can you prove that? Am I really or no? Do you have like a link to back that up or not? Because I got videos of you.
Do you have any backup on your fucking gay ass website?
Yeah, I got a video. I got multiple videos of you doing that, committing a crime. I got that.
All right, we'll see. We'll see
I
what
have
fucking crime I committed.
Is that not a crime? Are you allowed to? Are you allowed to do that in the middle of fucking Boston or no?
I'm allowed to do whatever I want. You fucking.
Oh, tough guy! If you're the toughest guy in Charlestown, or number 5, I'm number 5 in the rankings in Charlestown.
Yeah,
I go down in a fucking bar.
Off your fucking website.
Oh, I go to the bar. I'm the fucking toughest guy, bro. I order a roast beef sandwich and no one fucks with me, dude.
My fucking.
Anybody fucking talk shit to me, fucking gets slapped.
Website.
Anybody talk shit to me gets fucking slapped, bro. First of all, if you don't live with your mother, then why are you on your mother's phone right now? You answer me that.
It's not my mother's phone, you idiot.
Oh, it's not your mother's phone. Well, she called from it the other day. Do you saying she doesn't have a phone?
She does have a phone, you fucking meathead. It's on the same bill. Why are you asking so many questions?
So you have the same phone number as your mother? You have
I don't have the same phone number as my mother. You're fucking asking
This is the phone. This is the same phone number that fucking called the other day, no?
No, it's not.
Okay.
This is my first time calling you.
Okay. So bottom line is
You just called my mother. And she told me the phone number, so I'm calling you back.
Okay.
Tell you not to call my mother ever again, and please take her fucking address off your website.
So seriously, are you number 4? Number 5?
You're still asking this question?
Okay, here's what I can do for you. Here's what I can do, just because I feel bad for your mother, because your mother's got nothing.
I feel bad for my mother too.
Okay.
Thank God, appreciate that.
I'll go on there. I'll take her down. Okay.
Yep.
And that's it. I'll take it as soon as this is over. Oh, we got Brett Killer's card.
That's all you have to do is take that picture down of my mom's address, and you can say whatever you want.
Okay.
Fucking go on with your life. Just take that down.
And if doing so, you won't kick my ass, right? You won't. You promise.
I won't.
You promise not to smack me?
I promise I won't.
I don't fuck with tough guys in Charlestown. I don't fuck with you guys.
I seen you ran away. I just ran away and hit the side of the car.
It's true. It's true.
From doing that, we're gonna kick your ass already. I seen that.
It's true. I did run away.
Yeah, I know it is true.
It is. Because I don't fuck with the number 4 ranked guy in Charlestown. But I am gonna do your mother that favor because you're right. She got nothing to do with this. But it's kind of weird that you be driving her car. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's not weird.
That's true. It's not weird. A lot of people drive their mother's car. Anyway, all right. Anyway, Shane, we'll talk to you later. All right, buddy?
I appreciate it.
No!
Oh no, Brett. Hold on. Hold on.
I'll give you my address. You can post that up there.
Okay.
My mother has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
leave her out of it.
Okay. Brett just wants to talk to you real quick. Hold on. Go ahead, Brett.
Sir.
What's up, fucking Brett? How we doing?
No, I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. I'm doing fine.
So, you're on your mother's insurance, you're on your mother's phone plan, and you're causing fights in Boston at a Patriots parade designed for families.
Here we go again, causing fights. That's when you're wrong. You don't know the story. No one caused
No, I'm not wrong. It's registered to your mother or it's her insurance. Your phone is in her fucking name. You're a cunt. And listen, let me tell you something. I'm not as nice as this motherfucker. The fourth guy in Charlestown, it's about the 20th in Worcester, motherfucker. So bring your big ass to the worm and get got, faggot. Sup? You're acting like you're a fucking hard guy. You're a cuss. You're an Abercrombian bitch is what the fuck you are, faggot. Sup?
Okay.
Huh? Okay? I know it's okay, because that's all you are.
Yeah. So Brett's not even in Worcester. Brett's the toughest guy in Maine.
Yeah, he's so tough.
Well, he's the craziest guy. Brett might have killed 4 or 5 people before. I don't know. I don't trust Brett.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
I don't want Brett to kill me. Please tell him so I can calm down.
Okay. So anyway.
No, please tell the boy Aiden, just take down my mother's address, but it's not cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll be calling tonight about 2 in the morning, and I'm gonna offer her this big Scottish dick.
Brett's,
Brett, you fucking meathead. If you call my mother, dude, I will fuck you. Oh my god. I don't even...
You'll wipe her cum off my dick when I'm done if I let you. That's what the fuck you'll do.
Oh, that was great. I am going to take his shit down because he was like, if you want, I'll take the part down about the mother. That doesn't need to be up there. The point has been made. But, God, that was great radio. God, that's classic Turtleboy right there. People are like, nobody ever answers the phone. Then we get that. So it paid off. If you hung with us, it fucking paid off right there. That was fantastic audio. Fantastic. So anyway, why don't you guys, any questions you guys have, ask them now, and then we'll call it a night. That was fucking great. That was fantastic. That was great. A little good cop back. Did we lose you there, Brett? Did you hang up the phone?
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, but like, don't hang up. Don't hang up. All right. All right. Any questions, people, before we call it a night? I know, that was one of the best fucking calls. He's going to slap me. He's not... any book signings planned? I'd like to, but I need to organize one. Hopefully in the near future. Definitely. Let's see. Yeah. What's up with the AAF football? What is this? I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. When's the Warren Barrio speech review? Yeah, Elizabeth Warren does a presidential from Lawrence today, which is kind of like a, if you could paint a picture of her fucking political career, it would definitely be that. Her speaking somewhere in Lawrence. Any personal stories involving dental dams? I couldn't even tell you what a dental dam looks like, right? I don't know anyone that's used a dental dam. I don't even fucking know what to do with it. Yeah, no clue. Are the bloggers not coming on the show anymore? Yeah, well, we've had bloggers on the last few weeks. Last year we had Intern on. We had Merrimack the week before that. We had Western Mass Turtle Girl the week before that. This week I just didn't book anyone. I don't like to always have one on because sometimes it's just too many cooks. One of those things. Yeah. Please try to get AOC on. Yeah, I wish. AOC hates debates. She hates it. Let's see. Who's getting nominated for the blue team? I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. Any other questions here?
What happened with the cell phone thief and the missing guy?
What cell phone thief? Oh, that. No. Nothing. Nothing.
Or missing
I have no fucking clue. That's a great question. No clue. What is up with TB News? Is that replacing Turtleboy Sports? Now, there's a good question. Yeah, Turtleboy Daily News, TB Daily News, is a clean website that is not blacklisted by Google AdSense. The idea is that because we've lost so much money getting blacklisted by Google AdSense, we want another domain to have in which to put content on, and we're not putting the fupa slot stuff on there. Anything with like derogatory names in the title doesn't go on TB Daily News, right? And so we're just putting the more appropriate blogs on there, hosting them on there, building it up, and eventually putting ads on there, right? You also may notice that there's going to be, we've already installed it, an option to go ad-free on Turtleboy Sports. Right? I just have to figure out how that works. But it's been installed. And you can pay $10 a month and opt into that. And you're supporting us that way. You're supporting what we do. And you're not getting any ads. So that's basically done at this point. Let's see. How's my mother's clam? Wouldn't know. Brady gets screwed by his defense. What about the first 3 Super Bowls? Yeah, he had a great defense in the first 3 Super Bowls. Not going to lie. Those were great defenses. But ever since then, it's been downhill. Let's see. I cannot tolerate a clean version. I need the real derogatory shit. Well, that'll always be on TurtleboySports.com. Always. Anything else?
Well,
yes.
SJW Hunter ever come on the show?
Well, no, he's like, I've tried to get him on before. He doesn't want it. He's got a job and shit. You come on there, you give your voice. Somebody figures out who you are. That's the end of that, isn't it? Right? Same reason South Shore Turtle Girl won't come on here anymore. Right? They're fucking scared. Can't say I blame them, quite frankly. I've had Shell Shocker on here twice. He's not very good. He doesn't pay attention. He's like Matty Moe. He comes on here every time I fucking ask him a question. It's like, huh? Oh, yeah. What? Yeah. Not everyone is good at this. Not everyone pays attention. Yeah, let's see.
Good. Oh, Lisa LaRoche asked, where's Gutpa?
Gupta's coming back soon. I'm trying to get North Shore on here next week and then Gupta in the next week. All right. Love the history I'm learning. I'm glad you guys like the this day in Turtleboy thing.
Mentioned the history
this
thing.
Day in history.
They dig it.
Yeah, I'm digging it too. I like doing it. Let's see what people are saying. Anything else? Is Matt Dighton? Is that what's his name? Is that Shane?
It might be. It definitely is.
Hey, what's up, Shane? What's up, Shane? Don't worry. I promise I'm going to take that down for you, Shane. You're not that bad of a guy. I don't fuck with the number 4 tough guy in Charleston. I don't do that.
Yeah, that's the guy in Worcester. So know your fucking roles.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a seat.
All right. So why don't we call it a night there? Right. It's been a great episode. We will see you guys again on tomorrow night for those Walking Dead people for a little Walking Dead review. And then back to the Uncle Turtleboy's Late Night Garage podcast on Tuesday. All right? Peace, Turtle Riders.
Tomorrow night, Alpha is coming. Have a good night, guys.
Peace.